episode 9 of Stone Block 2, and I'm hiding in a corner. Anyways, so this is the base I built. Shabam. And by I build, I mean I used the RF builder that I got from that one reward to build this giant dome. Took a little while to build and clear out, but I think it's well worth it. As far as chickens are concerned, I got every different color, and then I got coal, regular chicken, redstone, lava, obsidian, log, nether quartz, glass, iron, flint, sand, gold, diamond, gunpowder, snowball, and water. And take a little peek at them doing their thing, the emerald chicken. So, that's how far we got with the chickens. Oh, we got Mr. Cake Chicken. I stuck him over here to be his own thing because he could clog up my things out of a drawer for cakes. um, I don't know if this is working properly or not. Like, nothing's backing up in here. So, like, nothing's backing up in here, and we're not getting, like, any of one particular item, like backstuffing in any of these. So, I'm assuming that it's working fine. It's just, the two end ones ain't quick enough. But as long as it's, like, as long as it's getting a little bit of each resource, I don't really care. I mean, most of these resources I don't need. I'm just doing it to do it. The same with these here different dyes. Like, I'm never gonna need them. Not as many as they're producing, but I might as well have them imported and voided. Um, so I set Tinkers up over here, and as I'm trying to learn more and more mod packs, I use the Forge multi-part CBE red alloy cables, which is pretty straightforward. I mean, it does what it does. It sends out a redstone signal. You know, that's pretty much it. And the RF tools timer. I have these guys working. I know this is not the most functional way of doing it. I think they're all supposed to do 16, but I have two of them doing 15 and three doing 16. I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, I'm trying to, like, I know I have a great deal of space, but I'm trying to maintain having a great deal of space. I have my lava buckets set up. They're doing very well. From what I could tell, yeah, I still got a gross gain of lava, and I have the Steve set up. Not necessary, but I figured I have them, might as well use them. I had to set them up anyway to do the flint to get a grass seed, so I could eventually do grass farm if I want to reset the ground traps in Botania at some point. And I set up this here auto sugarcane farm. I have a timer set to like 5 ticks. Put on a piece of snad, and it grows the sugarcane. This breaks the sugarcane. This little device here picks it up, and it ends up all going into my drawer system. So that's kind of how I have that going. This is the power area. I don't have anything really special set up here yet. I still got some tweaking to do to work with mechanisms more. But as it stands, this is pretty much, you know, uh, temporary. This is very temporary. Um, we're almost to the actual episode here. I just wanna keep going around and doing all these things. So in here, I made a much smaller mob farm, and it shows. I barely get any mob spawns, and for some reason, I get mob spawns outside of here. I think it's these candles, but I don't know where this came from. Like, I did not put this here, so I don't know what that is. Well, I know what it is, but I don't know why it's there. Nor do I know why they're spawning everywhere. The only thing I can think is that either they're spawning, either Endermen are picking them up and it's duping them, but that wasn't like that a minute ago. So I don't really know how to fix that. But I have this set up to not really do anything, to be honest. It's eventually going to back stuff, but it's a work in progress. Fortunately, they ain't spawning that fast, so I have some time to work on it. I just have this set up to pull out all the loot crates. They go into here, and they get opened up and go into here. Very simple. Nothing too extravagant. The water candles I'm gonna have to get rid of because I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna come in here one day and like every block is going to be a water candle. Like I don't even know. It had to be an Enderman because I could see these moving around or something glitchy happening, but to actually switch a block, that's kind of weird. But anyways, so you can see we got the drawer system set up in the center. Well, let's start with the trees. I have these guys set up. I just have them in their own private drawer and void upgraded. Some of the resources I'm sacrificing, like, and this one I don't have sticks because, well, I'd rather have the saplings, I guess. I get sticks and everything else. And then, like, this one I don't have sticks or saplings because, well, I don't really need them. But I got the other 4 drops, which I'm not sure if that's even necessary, but, I have it, so it's whatever. This is my farm, which we kind of took a sneak peek at. He's doing his thing just off this coil. It's more than enough power to run this. And then all the stuff's going into the drawers. And then we're back to the chickens. Which, let's take another peek on these guys. This takes forever. So here's a little bit of information about the chickens. Alright, so if you're doing like 2 lime green chickens, it takes a while. When they're 1-1-1s, it takes a little while to get them to 10-10-10, especially if you don't have time in the bottle. But if you go from lime chickens to emerald chickens, when these guys are at 10-10-10, and you have one of each, it takes the same amount of time as those guys as 1-1-1. Like, no joke. Diamonds took me forever. Like, I sat and watched like 3 YouTube videos while I did the diamond ones, because I didn't want to use up all my time in a bottle. So the first 2 or 3 and the last one, I let go, and then I do the time in the bottle for the middle ones. Which usually I can do it that way, depending on the chicken. 2 rounds of time in the bottle, I can usually get to 10. So that's that. Now I have all these different things ready to rock. This is pretty much what we're going to do this episode. I know I said we're going to go to the Nether, but apparently the Nether isn't like the Nether. Like, you can't go through a portal. So there's something I'm missing that I'm going to figure out later. For right now, I want to try to get some of these here first 2 pages of the quests done, because I've been kind of slacking off the quests. Aside from the chickens, of course. The chickens were... we'll have to do this too, I guess. And these guys, but we can save that for a different episode. So let's claim what we got here. Draconic Core. Alright, and this is some more of the chickens I did since last episode. Redstone. Got another building gadget. Fantastic. That's what you need, 2 of them. 1 in each hand. 2 more ender tanks. Those are kind of cool, I guess. That's always awesome. Demonic Gargantuan Drum, I can find a use for that somewhere, I guarantee it. 2 more ender tanks, that gives us 4 more ender tanks that we can put together. Now, I upgraded everything to diamond chests because, as you've seen, I have unlimited iron, gold, and diamonds now. So can't really complain about that. And wood, for anyone that's counting. So I have it set up as such. This is everything that has to do with storing items or fluid. So, for the most part, and upgrades for such items or fluid. I mean, there's some things in here that might be some discrepancies, like gas tanks and the mana pole. But, it's whatever, right? I mean, even the packing tape and the keys. But I figured, you know, if I want something storage related, it's going to be here. This is going to be all in world blocks that have some sort of function, kind of like a machine. Like I was going to do just machines, but I figured, you know, that wouldn't be very much for a diamond chest. This is everything that functions as a tool, aside for this. But you know, who cares? It's, you know, one thing. But this is everything that functions as like a tool or like has a crafting purpose, but can't be placed in the world, I guess. Why won't they do that thing? You know what? That's gonna get melted. Gonna melt it. So this is everything, upgrades and conduits, and then some odds and ends of machinery parts like the Z-Logic controller, biomarker, the draconic cores, the flint stiffened mesh that I needed to get grass seeds. This is stuff for later episodes and manuals. This is another dump chest, pretty much, as is this. So this is like everything I'm getting from the loot crates. It isn't complete garbage, but I don't quite have enough of it to really justify having a drawer. Aside from maybe like this BAM's Pineapple Pizza, I'm starting to get a good bit of. These saplings, not so much. But you get the point. I'll have to do compacting drawers for a couple more things, but the actual, like, alloyed metals, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do it as needed, or if there's a chicken that makes it, because then I'll need a drawer for it eventually anyway. But until then, let's actually go ahead and make this. So we're going to just go right down the list and try to crack out as much of these things as we can. One thing we're going to need for sure, sticks, slabs. I figured I had slabs. Iron glass panes. Stick slabs, iron glass panes. So we're going to do... I didn't bring any sticks. Oh well. We can just do that. Piece of cake. Add this. You know what? I should have used the restroom before we started this. That probably would have been a smart idea. Oh well. Okay, so we got the thing. Let's go ahead and grab the reward. We'll just do the rewards as we go, so we don't have to... So I don't have a bunch of them left over at the end. Block of Insanium Essence. Insanium's like top tier. Like, that's like the highest level you can get. So having 9 of those right off the bat is super helpful. That will turn out to be like somewhere in the ballpark of, I don't know, 4 or 5, well, probably like 6 or 7, more than 10 stacks of Inferium Essence, probably, maybe. I'm not mathing, it just ain't doing it. So we're going to get into these dolls. These dolls are made with porcelain, so I need clay, which I have a little bit. I don't have any porcelain, I don't think. You know what, guys? We're going to have to take 5. Because I have got to use the restroom, and unfortunately, it is not going to wait. So we can get this guy cooking up the next, and you guys can take a look at how long this takes. And these are not with 111 chickens. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. sorry about that, but that was relatively an emergency. So, as you can see, a bathroom break and only got a quarter of the way there. So, it takes a little while. But anyways, let's go ahead and see about making these porcelain dolls. Okay, so I think it's something like this. And then you do emeralds here, and then I think it's... Yeah, look at that. And I know it's like 6 per, but we might as well do them all. I'm sure we can use them for something, and we need at least, what, 6? Just to do some of them, so, you know. May as well. Okay, so... we need a barrel, which technically holds fluid, so I should probably put it in that chest, but it also has like a... I don't know what to do about that one. And we're gonna need a bucket. You know what? We have, what, 6 of these now? So let's go ahead and grab one of those. And... what else am I looking for? A bucket. We need a tools chest. So witch water and buckets. And we're gonna throw this guy right there. So now we have a lava source. And this guy is temporarily gonna go right here. And let's see what we can do as far as these dolls are concerned. So, the one thing I'm not sure I have is Netherwort. So if I can find Netherwort, bam. Which, I might have a Netherwort chicken. No, I can't. So if I did, I would have it in a drawer already. So, Netherwort, blaze powder is something I'm going to have to get. Glowstone, redstone, and let's get crafting. So this glowstone, redstone, and Netherwort is common for most of these. This guy here should be that simple. So I don't have to actually use these. That's good, because I didn't really want to. They do have their purposes. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like quests for different things that have to do with killing certain mobs, but I'm not worried about it right now. Let's go ahead and claim these while we're going at it. So bam, another entity detector. I think we're going on 3 of those. Garden Cloche. That's from Immersive Engineering, and that one's actually pretty cool. I don't know if I'm actually going to have a use for it, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so we got that one. Let's see about this one. Needs ink sacks. So let's grab some ink sacks. We should have a good bit. And then we got that guy. So we should keep our sword near us because we have a tendency of getting rogue slimes and occasional creepers, even with the feral flare lanterns. Once again, I think it has something to do with the another entity detector. Great. I think it has something to do with those water candles that I am definitely getting rid of very soon. I think that has something to do with it. Okay, so now this one requires 1 endstone, purple dye, and ender pearl. So, I have endstone. Purple dye. Ender Pearl. This one I might use. I might make a couple of them and use them at some point, maybe. But for right now, this is just for the quests. Now this guy takes Prismarine, a raw fish. Prismarine and a raw fish. I think I have some of that. And we might as well use up the Nemos, because, well, they're kind of trash anyway. And then last but not least, slime balls, lapis, and a water bucket. Slime balls, lapis, and a water bucket. That's right, I gave lapis a compacting drawer. And that's that. Now we'll stick these guys. I guess we'll throw them in. I guess we'll just throw them in here for now, because this ain't gonna get a whole lot of junk in it. So until I decide what I want to do with these, they can be just put in there. Let's clear our inventory and see what else we can do. Let's claim our quests as well. So these are the Blaze and Blizz and Bazals and stuff. The Cindery Inferno guys. The Blaze variants from Thermal. And I'm not going to get those anytime soon. A diamond-powered anvil. That one's kind of cool. Not that I'll ever need it, because I have the repair charms, but it's kind of cool all the same. I'm not sure what the book's all about, and, you know, more Phantom Faces. That's one downside. Like, I'll probably end up throwing this other building gadget away, because what am I going to do with it? Like, unless I literally, you know, go at it with two hands, like, it's not really worth it to me. I think that's the one I want to melt. Okay. That clears all that. What's next? Let's get rid of this bucket, because I'll end up forgetting. Let's check our chickens. This is pretty much what I've been doing. Planning out kind of where I want to put stuff, and then keep an eye on my chickens as I go. So I'm not sure how the cow mod works, but I do have 14 of these cow stalls, and I think this wouldn't be a bad thing to get into. This is stuff I'm going to make off camera so I can have extra storage. I'm going to use the backpack primarily for a tool bag, but yeah. That's usually what I do with backpacks. They're just usually my tool bag, like all my different wrenches and stuff. I did this quest, but it's repeatable in case something bad happens to this item, so you can get it again. So I was looking through the pack. There's Mystical Agriculture, Draconic Evolutions, Project D, Thaumcraft, and I'm not good with this one. I don't know what this is exactly. Actually, I'm not too familiar with Project E either, but I know it's a big one in quite a few different mod packs. But point in case is there's something else in this pack that isn't on here. There's the Mystical Agriculture Botania. They don't have a Botania tab, and I thought that was a little weird. So I don't think I'm really going to get into much Botania, because they usually use Botania to take place of a tech mod if there's not a tech mod. But in this case, there is. So I don't really get it, you know. So I also don't completely understand these. So I'm thinking I want to place them like that, I guess, for now. I don't want to get them too close to the chickens. So, I mean, I'll need one more to finish the job there. But I don't understand exactly how to do the breeding. So I got a couple of different cows. So if we go into the cows mod, fluid. Okay, so they have a couple different blocks. You got the growth accelerator, the feeder, and the sorter, which I don't really know what any of those have as a primary function. This will make them grow faster, common sense. This will feed them so they reproduce. And this one, I maybe sorts them by stats, if there's a stat thing, like the chickens, but I'm not too sure. What I was thinking about getting to is probably trying to get to the gelid cryotheum cow. That would be a good thing to do, and it's not too far out of the way. It's water and destabilized redstone. Destabilized redstone is molten demon metal. I thought that was lava. And seared stone, which I already have that, so I have to make the molten demon metal, which is molten gold and lava, which I already have the lava, so I'd have to get molten iron and obsidian and go down this huge rabbit hole of cow things. So, as it stands, so what can the water cow make? That might be a good way of doing it. So breeding chances are 50, 30, 50. So I'm thinking water and seared stone gets a molten clay. Not too interested in that right now. Water and lava gets a molten obsidian, which is one I need. So let's see if we plant these guys next to each other. If it does, actually, can I put like all 14 in there like the chickens? Uh, Shift right click to open inventory. Okay, that's a little weird. So now, will these guys, because they're together, or do I have to have them like one separate? And then the one in the middle will breed, which would kind of make sense. So then these two cows would breed in the middle, like, that's kind of how I would view it. I wonder if it says anything in the book. So, cow stalls. Placing a cow in a cow stall by using a field cow halter on it. It auto-harvests the fluid from the cow, which can be removed with a bucket or pipes. Awesome. So what if I wanted one of these here cool cows? This cow can't be crafted. You have to breed something cows for the task to be complete. Pick up the cow with a cow halter. I can't read this section here because there's the recording thing's in the way. So I don't really know what to do besides grab some wheat and try to like actually breed them, maybe. So I wonder if I actually need to feed her then. Really? It has to be pink concrete. Okay, that's a little better. It's the growth accelerator, so it has to be pink concrete. That sucks. It's not that big of a deal, but it sucks at the same time. So The feeders, pink concrete, fluid transposer, the hydrator, can put it in a barrel. I was kind of curious if I could use the water eggs from the chickens to just craft it, but I don't really know. Let's go ahead and do it. Like, it's a why not scenario. Good timing. So I need pink dye. Just one, please. It's one more sand or gravel than I actually wanted, but that's cool. I'm gonna see about this water egg and see if it does anything, but I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, looks like a big old no, but that's fine. Okay, so we got that. Now the feeder needs iron and leather. I must have made a drawer for leather. I want to get into applied energistics, but I don't think it has... I don't know how to get the inscriber presses either. I haven't really looked into it, to be completely honest, but I mean, it's not a straightforward thing. That's like the story of my life. Nothing's ever a simple, straightforward thing. So now if I put you right here, I want the happy cow face facing outwards, and I give you wheat. Are you gonna just feed cows that are nearby, kind of like the chicken thing that pulls from the inventories, or do you have to be literally attached? One more thing that I could think of is maybe it has to be an in-world thing. Oh, okay, they're doing it. Doing it. Oh, molten. Oh, yeah, go obsidian cow. Yeah. Okay, so water and lava I don't really need as actual... How do I turn these back into items? Oh, boy. How do I turn the cows back into cow items? Doesn't tell me. Alright. I guess you'll just have to go back into your respective areas until further notice. And one other thing is, what are we going to do about this little baby cow running around here? I can't do anything with him until he grows up. What about... I guess we can check into the growth accelerator. It doesn't look crazy expensive. Leather is the most expensive thing, if we're being completely honest. So I need 3 blocks of hay. I don't think I have any. I have 3 blocks of hay. That's awesome. Okay, so then I need redstone and leather. So redstone and leather. We should be able to make the growth accelerator. How did I get a salmon instead of leather? Did I do that? Like, they're real close to each other. Good thing is these don't need power. I wish I knew exactly how they worked, like if they had to be like on certain Y levels, or if I could stack them like on top of each other. You know what, he probably takes wheat too. Okay. How can I get you to not be here? That's right, cow. Go get your num nums. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't really know if it's working or not, but it's not a big deal. I do want them to grow up so I can pick them up and get the achievement, but, you know. This is another thing I'm going to end up doing off camera a whole bunch because, well, to be completely honest, all these things are very simple. You just do what JEI tells you and pray you have enough time, accelerators in your time in a bottle. So I'm thinking we're going to end the episode. Next episode, I'm going to do mystical agriculture. I'm thinking, or we're going to go to the end, not really end thing, and see if applied energistic meteors spawn there, because they have to spawn somewhere. And then we'll probably make the chicken stick, and maybe crank out some of these other achievements. I'm going to be working on the Blizz, Blaze, and Basil's chickens, probably off camera in between episodes. Draconic Evolution is something I never messed with, so I'm a little anxious to get into it, but at the same time, I think it's one of those mod packs that are like super ridiculously like overpowered. But I think its extreme crafting is too. Like another quartz singularity is like, I don't know, 65,000 or 65 million nether quartz. Like it's a whole ton of stuff that you just have to like auto craft over and over and over, or do it by hand if you're absolutely insane. I do want to get into Thaumcraft because I didn't get the opportunity in Questing Mayhem yet, because everything's gated behind everything else, and it's a nightmare to do crafting things. So I don't know if I'm gonna post that series before this or afterwards, and I don't know if I'm gonna continue with it. I think this is gonna be my baby for a little while, because the stone blocks are, I don't know, stone blocks kind of cool, if we're being honest. I just kind of like it. So I think I'm gonna call it there. We'll have to figure out what to do. See if I can find a way to turn these guys back into items, or if it's pretty much like I need to build an area for them. Because if that's the case, it's not horrible. I can, how I kind of shelled out for the mob farm, I can just shell out another area like behind the chickens and fence it in for nothing but cows. It's a possibility, but I don't really know if I want to. I don't really know if that's a road I want to go down. I'm not sure how I want to do this. I do want fluid cows for a couple of them. I'm thinking like I need a coolant, because if you go into magmatic, you get this thing. It's supposed to like greatly improve power stuff for the magmatic dynamo, but it needs a strong coolant. So I was thinking like gelid cryotheum would be really cool. So before I actually make these, I want to get gelid cryotheum. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.